Today we are making bacon maple jam at Brad's Home Center with Brad the kitchen guy. And what's one of the first things you always do? Onions. How do you chop an onion? Well, according to my buddy Chef Jean-Pierre and a few others, you cut off the top, you cut off the bottom, slice her in half, get rid of the peels. Now, why am I not crying? The secret is sweet Vidalia onions or sweet Peruvian onions and refrigerate them before you cut and have a very sharp knife. Now, first thing you do, cut sideways into it, chop down the top, and then you look at how that dices that onion up. And look, baby, no more tears. How many of you chop onions at home, wind up going outside, taking the towel and going, I can't do it, honey. Right? Sweet onions, refrigerate them, super sharp knives. Now in bacon maple onion jam, the next most important ingredient is what? One of my favorite foods. There's only bacon and not bacon. You can smell it already. Normally you do onions first, but whenever you're using onions and bacon, you always use your bacon to make that grease to cook your onions in. And all of you know me, this is a bleach rag, has 2 tablespoons of bleach per gallon. Sanitary, cleans everything, so we don't worry about cross-contamination, and you watch me clean all the time. What is the first ingredient in bacon maple onion jam? Bacon. What we want to do with this bacon, we want to render all that beautiful fat out and flavor and saute our onions in it. So it goes in the pan first on a medium heat. Oil up your little pan so the heat transfers quicker. A oiled pan cooks faster than a dry pan. Look at that cook down. See all that beautiful bacon fat coming out of there already? Now that is almost perfect because we're going to cook it up a little more after we saute up our onions. So what I want to do, take the bacon out, right? And what's next? Onions. Now you say, oh my God, that's a lot of onions. Onions are mostly water. They're like mushrooms. They do this incredible shrinking thing. Watch. Now we're going to go through the different stages of onion cooking. See how bright and white they are right now? The next step is they start to they call it clarifying, which means they'll go translucent, and then they'll go caramelized, which is that beautiful brown we're looking for. See how it's starting to caramelize up? See that brown coming in? We're going to wait for that nice deep dark brown color. And all it is patience. We are about to reintroduce our bacon. And guess what our next ingredient is? A little brown sugar. And I'd say somewhere around a 1/4 cup. Now, brown sugar has that all the wonderful molasses in it, and it adds that deep flavor that you don't get out of white sugar. White sugar, you just get sweet. This almost gives it a smoky flavor. And now, the next thing we're going to add, what? Maple syrup. Now, I'm going to read the ingredients off this maple syrup. It says maple syrup. This is what you want to use and you want to eat. It comes off a tree. They cook it so it doesn't solidify on you. And a little bit goes a long way. Shall we look at what's in the other syrup that we call maple syrup? I'm going to read the ingredients off the back. High fructose corn syrup, sugar. Water, we added water to the syrup to make it thinner. Cellulose. What's cellulose? It's paper, ground up paper. Gum, to make it sticky. Salt, got no issues with that. Molasses, none with that. Natural and artificial flavors. Caramel color, make it nice and brown. Corn syrup, gee, more corn syrup. Lactic acid, sodium hexophosphate, sodium benzoate, I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound good to me. And potassium sorbate, preservatives, and citric acid. Let me think. One ingredient, maple syrup. There had to be 10 on here, and half of them I can't pronounce. I guarantee you this one tastes better and is better for you. See how nice and dark and caramelized that is? That's a beautiful color. I wish you could be here. I wish you had smell-o-vision. Very little is better than bacon, onions, maple syrup. And you put this on anything. You put this on hamburgers, you put it on hot dogs, you put it on grilled cheese. You will not get a complaint in your household. Matter of fact, the complaint's going to come when you run out. That is good. This is fabulous. Once again, this is Brad at Brad's Home Center. Brad the cooking guy, making candied maple bacon jam. You ought to have some with you tonight. Thank you.